Hey, it's Tim Strait for TV.com. I'm here with John Wirth and Josh Friedman, the producers of Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. How are you guys doing today?
We are well.
We're lovely. It's wonderful to be here.
Can you talk about the genesis of the series and bringing a popular movie franchise to the small screen?
Well, I mean, it was crazy. It was a stupid idea, and we thought we could pull it off, but clearly we haven't. Someone else, James Middleton, who worked for C2 Pictures, they brought it to Warner Brothers, convinced them that we should do a show. I think that, the movies are one thing, and I think one of the things that we kind of discovered is in T3, we all sort of missed Sarah Connor, for various reasons. And I think of the movies as sort of the trilogy of Sarah, it's sort of handing over the mantle to John. And I think, we all sort of felt like this was something that the fans were missing as well. And it was a way to explore these characters and kind of not even really reboot the whole thing. It really didn't need that, but just to kind of get more in-depth into the mythology and see where it goes and really be able to focus on her in a way that hasn't been done for a while.
And how does it change the storytelling aspect when you do it on television?
Well, I think in the movies, the first two movies in particular, I mean, our show takes place after the second movie. And in the first two movies, they were kind of chase movies. They were just kind of hit the ground running. They took off. They were going. Whatever you got about their character was, sort of in between the cracks. So in the series, we have a chance to sort of, ratchet down a little bit of that chase aspect of the movie and explore their character and their motivations and what's going on and how this event has affected their lives,
There still is quite a deal of action, though. Like, how do you guys afford to put in so much action week to week without $250 million?
You've mortgaged your house how many times now?
Yeah, I'm living in a very small van. I think we have an amazing crew. We're extremely organized, and we really pick our spots. And I think that we really know ahead of time what we're going to do, and try to focus on this is and making. I mean, my philosophy is to try to do one thing really well in an episode, not try to have 5 mediocre things. And we have a great stunt coordinator who actually was a stunt coordinator on T2, and so Joel Kramer, and it's a lot of organization, really, and we beg, borrow, and steal.
Can you talk about the casting? I know we did a conference call with Summer a little while ago, and she was a little hesitant because she had an idea of the Terminator, but it sounds like she was convinced because you wanted to take a different aspect with her model of the Terminator. How did that come about, and what was the idea behind it?
Summer was somebody that I knew for a few years. I tried casting her in a completely different role 4 or 5 years before, and she went off and did Serenity, and I lost her, and I used to carry her audition tape from that around.
What did you want to put her in?
This pilot that I did called Prodigy, which never got made, which I never made beyond the pilot. We cast Kate Mara, actually. She was good. But I always wanted, and I used to carry it around. It's like, I want to cast her in something. And so when I wrote the part, I kind of had Summer in mind. And, interestingly, when we were doing the casting people brought in the first 3 or 4 days about 60 blonde. They brought in exactly the person that Summer was afraid was the part. And at one point I said, I can't do this. It's like no one gets, their hair dyed in the apocalypse. So I said, bring in Summer Glau, and everyone thought, well, is she right? I said, bring her in. And I think for me, it's her dance training. It makes a huge difference. She has an ability to kind of quiet her face in fight sequences that a lot of people really can't do. It's a very hard part to play, and it's more about taking things away than it is adding things when you're acting, and she's brilliant at it.
She's also week to week, I think she's allowing us to see she's opening the curtains in the window just a tiny bit every week, and we've been managing to get that on film, and I think that's really cool.
One last question. There's a big Terminator movie coming out a little way down the road. Is there going to be any continuity or characters from your series that you may see in the movie, or is it completely separate entity?
Completely separate entity. They're two different ways for Terminator fans to enjoy the franchise, and I think they shouldn't do backflips trying to fit the two together. We don't. The schedules are so different. The actors, our agendas are different. I think they're both cool ways to enjoy watching these characters.
We had to put a lock on our writer's room door. Let me just put it that way.
I saw McGee sniffing around once. It's bad.
You have to watch him, man.
McGee's oh my God, he's a thief.
Yeah. Not really.
No, not really. Hi, buddy.